Hello everyone, welcome back to our last set of the evening, Avant Garde versus Darksiders. Darksiders taking the game number 1 in our best of 3 series straight into the picks and bans in this game. Avant Garde are going to go ahead and take first pick this time. They're going to ban away that Cat 9-4.
Yeah, they did the same last game, so really don't want to play against that. And seeing what Freemason did in that first set, I mean, Kit is obviously very, very strong. Ravana is the first ban here for Darksiders. They also first banned that last game as well. Susano following up. I mean, this is the same pick and bans as the previous game.
Yeah, it's essentially a repeat of what we just saw. I'll have to see what Avant go with the first pick this time, though. They've got the Fafnir open, they've got Terra open. So many picks for them to go. It is going to be Bologna, however, for Avant.
Yeah, so they first picked Bologna last game as well, but they had Hou-Yi to follow up with that because they were the second pick. So Fafnir was the first pick for Darksiders, and then they picked Hunbats. But now we can see, I mean, same prioritization, just different sides of the screen.
Yeah, so Darksiders get themselves Fafnir again. Hunbat picked up for the Beast. Hou-Yi now picked up by Avant. This is interesting. Hou-Yi has been picked in all 3 of the games we've had so far, but he hasn't won yet.
Common denominator. I wonder what the problem is.
It's not Hou-Yi, because Hou-Yi's a good pick. But I think it's just bad players playing him, or players performing badly when they pick him. Erlang Shen gonna see his first action here in the CGPL for Avant Garde, so that leads me to believe it's gonna be a Bologna jungle for Liquid Renegade. Rama now picked up for Darksiders.
Would you be frustrated if you saw Sun Wukong picked up by Darksiders?
No, because at this point, with how many? 4 warriors taken off the board, I think now, like, you can be like, okay, now Sun Wukong kind of fits. And he's not being picked up in, like, the first 3 picks either. Like, you just, you know, overvaluing that Sun Wukong. And we are going to see it.
Got a 67% win rate out of 3 games already. So yeah, two out of 3 games, pretty good. Yeah, so Scylla and Athena are the next one. Athena, not someone we've seen very often, but still a great pick, got great engage, has great peel with their ultimate as well. So the engage coming from Bologna, Erlang, and Athena. There's not a lot of peel, but Athena, as long as she hasn't already dashed or used that taunt, can take the Hunbats off of her carries, as well as Erlang can save his ultimate as long as he hasn't engaged already to peel them off as well. So hyper carries and Hou-Yi and Scylla looking towards that late game for Avant Garde.
I mean, we've got some late game on the side of Darksiders as well with this Kronos pick in the mid lane for Yada. You know, Yada was famous/infamous for playing Hunters in the mid roll back when he was on Insight. Along with Beast and Laney. Kronos kind of fits that bill, but still puts out some magical damage and puts out a lot of ability damage with that time rift. So this might be kind of the perfect pick for Yada.
We can see we've got 2 Sunders on Avant Garde. Erratic picking that Sunder up instead of the Blink that we saw last game. Looking to be aggressive still. He doesn't really need the Blink on Athena. He's already got the dash and the taunt. Looking at the invade now on the right hand side of Avant Garde, looking for it. But Zachariah is well aware. Actually, no, they're proxying. Yeah,
that's a very interesting call here from Avant. Zachariah's just going to fight them in the wave because the Archers will do so much damage to Liquid Renegade. So, you know, a good idea here from Avant. Zachariah's going to take some return damage of his own. The Sunder came out from Liquid Renegade. He can't get the bludgeon down. But Zachariah is making Avant Garde play a heavy price here for being so aggressive into Darksiders jungle.
At the same time, look, Zay is on the left side of the map, forced all the way back to his mid camps at half HP. What? Don't take that damage, Zays. You don't need that. Now the red buff is taken from Darksiders. This is all falling apart here early for Avant.
Yeah, it's a bit of a struggle here at the start for them after kind of that failed strategy. Red buff invade by Laney and Gruff. Purple buff being invaded now. This should be enough for Gruff to hit level 2, which is a big opportunity for him. No, it's not enough for him to hit level 2 actually, so he must have missed some minions in the very first wave. There we go, now he's at level 2. On the right-hand side, we are seeing Erratic and Tomolomu evade the speed buff of... try and get their own speed buff here. I was so used to seeing Luca Renegade and Royal Custard on the Dark-sided side of the map, I thought that was Avant side of the map because of where they started. But now Royal Custard trying to fight here, 2v1. In comes Erratic, he's looking for the taunt onto Zaccaria. He doesn't have his taunt, he's got his shield wall instead. Zaccaria going to put out some damage here, but overall getaway pretty much unscathed.
Erratic just hit level 3 and got the taunt at the end of that wave, so it wasn't a bad decision to go for that 3 first and not the taunt, because perhaps he didn't think when he leveled from 1 to 2 that he would need the taunt, going for that wave clear assistance instead. So not terrible, but if he had gone for the taunt, it would have been a lot better. Gruff taken quite low in that mid lane, but Yada is here to help him.
Gruff survives, a rare statement to say, I know, but still he manages to stay alive, and that's mainly due to the Scylla not having the greatest damage here in the early game. Erratic, though, charging up that dash, looking like he wants to go in. He goes in, does get the taunt onto Gruff, but no root lands there from Tomolomu. There's really no threat here at the start of the game from his Scylla.
Yeah, I mean, so that mid lane matchup, I'd give it to the Chronos, only because that mobility is so much harder for Scylla to confirm the damage. He needs to hit that root, but whenever the Chronos is faster with that accelerate, he can't hit the crush, and then he can't follow up with that I'm a monster. Whereas the Chronos, I mean, it's so easy to hit the stock time and the time rift, and follow up with a couple autos as well. So it's going to be rough here for Tomolomu.
Laney's got a 2-level advantage over Zaze at the moment. A little bit of a reversal from last game where Zaze really was controlling the early game. And will Zaze get level 5 after these minutes? No, he won't. So Zaze really at a heavy experience disadvantage at the moment. Fire creeps, the fire elementals, I should say, on the right-hand side, taken by Dark-sided. Beast has picked up beads here early and not a blink. So the blink engages aren't going to be what we're going to see out of Dark-sided early, but definitely expect beats to be the main initiator for Dark-sided.
Sorry, Beast, do you mean?
Yeah, Beast would be the main initiator for Dark-sided.
Yeah, I mean, 100%, because once all those beads are popped from the Fear No Evil, then it'll be a lot easier for Zaccaria to get a stun off, as well as Gruff. He can stun up multiple people when he's in that dragon form.
Zaze in trouble.
Oh dear.
Gruff, point-blank hammer to the face of Zaze is going to be the first blood for Dark-sided. Erratic dashes in and taunts Laney, but Laney's A-OK, doesn't even need to use his beads. He dashes away now from Royal Custard. There's the ultimate out of Beast, but he's got no mana. He's forcing Tomolomu back to his tower, and Gruff gets a second kill. Gruff putting the team on his back after dying 4 times last game to make it up for it this one. Make it up for it in spades as well. And now Avant caught out in their own jungle, forced to really back away here. Gruff going to transform Eagles Rally from Liquid Renegade to get himself out of trouble, but this leaves the red buff open and vulnerable to Dark-sided.
I don't think Liquid needed to use his ult there. It was a 3 versus 4 fight, so him even trying to get into a position to try to deal damage and then getting ulted by Gruff, he didn't need to be there. If he just ran with Erratic, he would have been fine. And that ult could have been used for an engage in the next minute or so instead of it being on cooldown. So interesting decision making, but again, 2 kills all on Gruff for Dark-sided. Those hammers, he knows exactly where to be to land those.
Looking at the graphs now, wow, 5,000 experience difference in favor of Dark-sided, 2,400 gold. Pretty unexpected experience lead thus far for for Dark-sided. Mainly being felt in the solo lane and in the mid lane.
Yeah, I mean, this mid is just going to keep going in favor of Yada unless Erratic camps this lane, which he has been doing. It's just the fighting hasn't really favored either mid laner. Like, no one has been more important than another just yet. It's all been centered around those junglers and the AD carries so far. Zaccaria, he's trying to secure his own buff, but Avant-Garde here, Royal Custard getting extremely low. He will heal off that ultimate if it can proc, but no, it doesn't. Nope. The Beast is able to secure that kill before he is healed up. And even if he had healed, I think 4 members being there would have definitely been able to secure that.
And Yada hasn't even had to ult this game. He hasn't looked like he's been pressured at all as a Cronus here in the early game. Gold Fury started up by Avant-Garde. That's the Sun's ultimate coming down there from Zaze, but he's left himself very vulnerable to Laney. Armor monster used by Tomolomu. They're still looking to secure this one. Yada's got a double kill. Laney has got a kill onto Tomolomu as well. And the Gold Fury goes the way of Darkseid as well. Oh my goodness. That was everything that could go wrong did go wrong for Avant there.
Yeah, they had the right decision in the first place to start that Gold Fury off because they saw four members were in the right hand side at that at their own blue buff from Darksided, but after that it just all went south, and Laney showing up and dealing that much damage to Zaze in that short amount of time, that started off the fight perfectly, and then Yada being able to follow up with that double kill was fantastic. So yeah. Darksided are just, they're in prime position.
Zaze had to tank the Gold Fury as well, which did so much damage to him. So it's just, that was it was pretty much a bad call. That's pretty much what we can just put it down to. Bad call.
Yeah. I hope this doesn't turn into a game 2 of Legacy and Kanga, because no kills already for Avant-Garde and it's all going south. I mean, it's a lot better than the Legacy Kanga game 2, but it's still not looking good at all for Avant.
Zachariah fighting 1v3 here, but Beast comes in, was all a bait by Royal Custard.
Oh.
Renegade's the next dish on the menu, but he Eagles rallies out of the way. Zachariah's clone was tanking the tower, but now a good taunt from Erratic will actually get the kill there onto Zachariah. So a good taunt from Erratic will find the first kill for Avant-Garde. What is it with supports getting kills this game? This is not my fight. This is not the fight I want.
Sunder, dude. And just waiting over a red buff wall to make sure that when you're there, a hunter will jump over and secure a kill. That was actually really good by Gruff earlier on, so I think it's good positioning, and it's the fact that the damage carries aren't finishing them off. So it's just, it's yeah, no, it's good here for the supports. You might as well secure it, then leave it, right? Exactly right,
exactly right. Good team play from Darkseid thus far. Erratic basically, I mean, it wasn't even that difficult of a kill for him to get. Zachariah just go way too hard. Oracle Harpy's coming up, and that's going to be Darkseid's next target here. Graphs show pretty much just a steady line of experience and gold all going in their favor. 9,000 experience ahead now. Darkseid is 6,500 gold.
Look how much experience Laney has over Zaze.
Yeah.
4 levels. Oh god. Zaze having a really, really bad time this game. On Ho Yi, so that will mean Ho Yi has lost all the games that he's been picked. Yeah. If they lose this game, then Ho Yi is lost every game so far. So
that's so sad, because I love Ho Yi so much.
It is. Yeah, I mean, you've got that sick Ricochet and Joust.
Dude, several sick Ricochets, thank you.
Several?
Oh, yeah.
Look at Hughesy's Twitter, guys. You will be amazed.
Yeah.
Liquid Renegade almost getting picked off, forced to use his ult, but Beast uses his ult as well. And he's out of mana.
Solo, come on, Laney. Laney, get the solo kill. This is the first up because Zaze jumps over it. Misses the second, and he doesn't have enough time to get the third. Disappointed.
Yeah, so all over the map is Darksided looking to be aggressive, forcing Avant-Garde to use their ultimates to get away, and using that dash with Zaze to try to stay alive. But so much pressure here in the duo lane.
And in the mid lane as well. Very rough situation by Tomolomu. Lowest level in the game, level 7.
7.
Level 7.
On the mid lane.
10 minutes of the game.
Look at Laney though,
Rough
he's dashing in under the tier 2 tower. Can he get the 1v1? No, Royal Custard is here and he ruins it. No, what?
He still gets the kill! He still gets the kill.
Oh my god, Laney. That's a sick outplay.
Laney's like, I'm getting this kill. Nightfall was talking smack in game 1. I gotta get the kill to redeem myself. Athena ultimate being channeled onto Liquid Renegade. Zachariah basically realizing his life is over, but sacrifices his life anyway because Liquid Renegade's traded out. Oh, the Sacred Monarchy just off the mark there from Beast. Gruff doesn't have the range to get the stun. The blue buff is ripe for the taking here for Darkseid.
So that was kind of worth. The reasons why it was not worth was because it was a 1-for-1. so Darksided was still ahead. But the bounty, actually no, there was no bounty on Zaccaria because he had no kills. So there was no reason for Avantgarde to do that.
I mean, it was just, I think it was just literally about just getting a kill and needing to make a play.
Yeah, but what did they get from that? Athena was so far behind, well, so low in health that she had to back out, and then, I mean, Darksided got that blue buff, now they're going for this Gold Fury, so, my god, they're trying to get kills even though it's not worth it, trying to force things that shouldn't be happening, and maybe this is just the desperation.
Well, pretty desperate right now, our Avantgarde. They try and contest this Gold Fury, and they can't as Beast hits them with a fat Armor Monster, and Laney gets the kill onto Erratic. Zay's forced to run away now. Darksided looking for this left-hand side Tier 1 tower. With all the damage they can output right now, I don't see much stopping them.
No, I mean, they're just too far ahead. And 8,000 gold at 12 minutes in the game, that's very far ahead. When your mid lane is still level 8, that's just rough. I mean, and a 3-level lead for Laney on top of Zays as they're diving this Tier 1 tower. Will they be able to pick up a kill? Zays is very low. Was the last snipe? No, he ran out. So...
No, he got hit by all of it. He just had too much health.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
He had too much health. Raw Custard getting a nice taunt and managing to heal himself up, but doesn't matter. The Tier 1 tower is taken there by Darksided, and they've got enough auto attack damage here with this Chronos and with this Ram to be able to look for this Tier 2 tower as well. So, huge amounts of golden experience going the way of Darksided as they find themselves 10,000 experience, 8,000 gold up, make that 9,500 gold and 11,000 experience.
Tier 1 taken in the right side by Liquid Renegade, which is pretty good. I mean, when you're gonna lose out on the trade by 2 towers, you may as well try to even it up to 2-to-1 towers. So it was a good choice, and they knew they wouldn't be able to win the fight anyway, so why not just split push and get that 100 gold and 150 XP. So now they're still trying to engage. I'm not sure why they're doing this. Yada still has his ult, does he not?
No, he used it over on the left-hand side. But Avantgarde might have been off more than they could chew here. I'm a monster from Tomolomu. Does land and Laney falls down. There's the Fear No Evil from Beast. Liquid Renegade comes in and gets Gruff. But Darkseid is still here in strength. 2v3, the solo laner in the jungle looking like they want to continue this fight as Beast has got a double kill. Zays in the air, jumping away. Where is Gruff? Gruff's dead. Okay. Sunder comes out from Zaccaria and he beats Zays over the head with a stick and puts him in the ground.
Okay, so Avantgarde, they had the right idea with that fight. I mean, they got all the timers on the ults, and then they knew that Darksided were low on mana and HP, so they did engage, and that was great there by Tomolomu to pick up a kill. He's level 9, he's still got a 4-level deficit to Yada, so they got to take their benefits where they can, but Darksided being able to turn that around only shows how much of a lead that they have, that they could still lose a fight, but still pick up the kills at the end of it, so...
They lost the fight, and then they made the fight go even. So, like, 2v3, 2v3, 2v4, they basically destroyed Avantgarde. But Darksided find themselves in a commanding lead, and I think now's about the time that they're going to consider doing this Fire Giant. Portal Demon is down for about another 45 to 30 seconds. But even still, they have enough damage here to really even just consider just going straight for this Fire Giant without even needing to get the Portal Demon.
Yeah, I mean, they can win the fight right here. They've still got that massive lead, still 4 levels Yada has over Tomolomu, and it's 3 levels for Laney over Zays. So I don't see them winning any fight in a 5v5 straight up, so that, as you said, Portal Demon not needed. Royal Custard getting that Athena ultimate for the damage mitigation, but he's not taking any damage. They're looking for the engage. There's the Fear No Evil, and it forces Ace up into the ear. He's taken extremely low. Aegis will keep him alive. Laney not able to land the snipes, but Beast is around the corner. He's able to pick him up with a single basic attack. Royal Custard now extremely low. He is picked up there by Yada. Zaccaria using that ultimate to get a little bit closer to Liquid Renegade, but as we were talking about it, 5v5 straight up fight, Darksided wins every time. Don't need the Portal Demon, they're going for the Fire Giant. Yeah,
massive area effect coerce. They're used by Gruff to great effect with both Laney and Yada now chunking this Fire Giant down. They're going to be able to pick this one up. Erratic dashes in trying to get the steal, but he can't do it. That's going to cost him his life as Beast picks up Tomolomu on the backside as well. Portal Demon the next target here for Darksided. just to be able to go back, buy, and then look to end the game off the back of that great Fire Giant call. Look, Renegade taking a lot of damage. He's stunned out. The Eagles rally, though. Somehow saves his life.
He was on like 15 HP right there. That is all luck. If he didn't use that ult, then he would have been killed by the stop time second tick. But because he was CC immune, the damage didn't apply.
Yada's hanging around in this mid lane. I think it's so we could try and pick up enough gold to finish off this Imperial helmet into a dynasty. Sorry, no, he hasn't got it. It was to finish off his Obsidian shard. I think that I was looking at Tomolomu. So yeah, he's finishing off that Obsidian shard to give himself some extra penetration. Now, over on this right-hand side, Darksided pressuring into this tier 2 tower with a full 5 minion wave. Tomolomu clears some of the minions as Laney dashes forward. Royal Custom looking to get some damage off here as he taunts in 5 members, but he doesn't even manage to get his heal off in time. The sheer amount of damage coming through from Darksided Beast, sticking to Zaze like a fly to honey, and Laney lands the snipes onto Zaze to pick up the kill onto the ADC. 3v5 Avant Garde desperately trying to defend their Phoenixes here, but I don't think they can do it. Erratic taking so much damage here as Yada picks up Tomolomu. It's now 5v2. Make that 5v1. It's all up to Liquid Renegade here, but I don't think he can do it. Eagles rally back into the fountain. Right-hand side Phoenix falls down. Minions pushing in. Fire Giant buff on them. This should be game and set to Darksided.
Yeah, it certainly will be. I thought they would go for another Phoenix, but they can't go for mid lane and the tower's still up. This is so far ahead and they got that Fire Giant, so they are cleaning it up. Royal Custard able to pick up a kill on Yada with the help of the Titan. Bit of damage still coming through onto Darksided, but they're just playing with their food at the end there. So 22-7, 17 minutes into this game. A lot faster than last game and a lot cleaner from Darksided.
Yes, this is, I think, the performance they wanted out of themselves in game number 1. The kind of performance that they kind of expect from themselves. Avant Garde, a lot of problems very apparent there in that game, and stuff that needs addressing. In game 1, they looked a lot better. So, you know, maybe it's a similar case to Kanga game 2 where the tilt factor set in.
Yeah, so at the end of that, 2-0 for Darksided and a 2-0 for Legacy Esports. They'll be sitting at the top of their groups. Next week, let me bring up the matches while we see who will be playing against who. And it will be, when I find it, it's going to be LG Direwolves versus Ninja Esports from Group 1. And then Group 2 will be Equinox versus Red Rocket. So I mean, Direwolves versus Ninja Esports, that's new competition for them.
Yeah, it's a team they have never played before.
Yeah, we'll see how that one goes. And then Group 2, Equinox versus Red Rocket. I think a pretty even match there. Both teams doing quite well in the qualifiers. Red Rocket actually formed the day before the qualifiers and they still got through. So we'll see how well they do in their first game. And those will all games are best of 3 here in the CGPL.
Yes, so that does it for week number 1 of the CGPL. Thank you guys very much for tuning in. We'll see you next time.